Hey guys, how's it going? Let's work on our bar chord today. Usually beginners encounter it when they start working on their F chord. They can do a little F, or very often they learn that they need to do this big bar chord. Then as they start looking at tabs, they see that they're going to need bar chords that move around the neck. I'm going to do this a little bit backward. I'm going to show you how to work on the bar chord if you already know it and you're having some issues and want to work on it a little bit more. But if you're a beginner and this big bar chord is not within your reach, I'm going to start showing some steps afterward how to develop it. First of all, the one I've drawn here looks to be at the first fret. I've numbered the fingers, not the fret. So these three notes are covered with the first finger, the third string, second fret, third string, second finger, and then the fourth and fifth strings are covered at the third fret with the ring finger and the pinky. So there's your bar chord. That's an F, and that's when we usually need it, is when we're doing F. But the point of a bar chord is it can go anywhere, and when you're working on it, you may find you'd rather work on it higher up, where you're not reaching as far and pressing as hard, so you could go to the fifth fret or anywhere else to do it. So in that case, I'd bar the fifth fret, add my second finger on the sixth, ring finger and pinky on the seventh. So the first problem we run into with bar chords is people know they have to get pressure with this finger, and they start trying to find a way to grab it. And they always lean so that the outside edge of the finger is trying to press down into the fret. You want exactly the opposite. You want the thumb side of the finger against the fret. You want to rotate back so you're using this bonier edge and you're using the sides of the knuckles to get into the frets. I think of my finger as having several fingertips when it comes to the bar chord. If you check this knuckle out, that's roughly the size of a fingertip. It's actually a little bit bigger and has similar shape. You've got a nice rounded edge to it. So I'll be aiming that at these top two strings. I'll be using that knuckle on there, pulling it up to the fret and pressing it in. The tip of the pointer is only concerned about the low string. So the tip of my finger is on the low string, on its edge a little bit, not right flush. And then I pull down so that this knuckle catches the top two strings. A couple of things to think about is you want leverage here. You've heard the saying that if you had a long enough lever and some place to stand, you could move the world. Think of your guitar that way too. Use levers. I'm not trying to press with my muscles into these strings. I've attached my finger to the low string. My thumb is a fulcrum behind it on the back of the neck. And levering off of that, I'm going to pull this knuckle down into the strings on the top end. So I've got some leverage, a little bit of a teeter-totter action on my thumb, and some weight. Just let your hand hang. Don't press yourself up. Let gravity pull that finger down. Here, the weight of my arm is pulling into those strings. I may need more than just 3 strings. I may have to press into this third string, and so I do so. Guess what I'm not doing though? I'm still not pressing these 2 strings, which will have other fingers on them. So think of that. Press on the strings that you need pressure on. Don't take this as a flat capo and press it hard on all 6 strings. Just find the points that you need to make contact with. Use gravity, use leverage to get into those frets. Pull right up to the fret as well. When you see my bar, you'll see it overlapping the fret itself. In fact, it's so obscured that you might think I'm in the next fret. Probably about half my finger will physically appear to be in there. If your fret wire is like this, my finger is coming up to it and hanging over it because the pressure is right here. It's not on top and it's not on the wood between frets. It's pushing against the fret and pulling on that string. The finger pulling that string down onto the fret itself. So you see, another thing I've done is I've put my guitar up so I can get my hand and my elbow loose and underneath the guitar. The weight is down. I'm pulling into the fret. I can try it at different frets. Pushing right up to the fret wire with every one of my fingers. If it's minor, I pull this finger out. Oops, I'm not pressing that third string because I didn't need to. The second finger was on it. So now I'll have to realign my pressure a little bit, push that finger down a little bit onto the third string. Now I need a minor 7, I need the pinky out. Pretty bad fourth string again. It was great because the pinky had it. When I pull the pinky out, that string's no good. So now I'll have to press a little bit more, a little bit higher, to get the fourth string as well. All the way along I'm using new pressure along that finger. At first I'm only getting 2 strings. Then I apply a little bit more pressure to get a third, then a fourth as needed. So those are the tips to work on your bar chord if you're already handling them. The whole point is to relax as much as possible. Use gravity and leverage to get on those strings, not physical muscle pressure. Now, the beginner who can't do that yet, what do you want to work on? One thing would be to get your power chord going. Check back in our previous lessons not only on bar chords but on power chords, and check out how to do a power chord. You can also start to try barring 2 strings on the bottom of the guitar. There I'm pressing, again, on the side of my finger as much as possible, at least 45 degrees off center. So I'm not pressing right flush on the pad, I'm off to the side where there's less flesh and a nice bony portion of the finger to push into that fret. So there I'm pressing on the 5th and 6th strings with my bar. The other strings are not being barred yet. Just pressing into there. I can press into a 3rd string. 4th string is not barred yet. I can apply my pressure to the 4th, even if the 5th isn't good yet. Sorry, I'm speaking numerically. I'm saying I'm using 1 string and then a 2nd string and then a 3rd string. Really, I'm playing on the 6th and then the 5th, then the 6th, 5th, and 4th. 6, 5, 4, 3. Add the 2. Add the 1. So you can work on that over time. I'm not saying do it like I just did now. Get to the point where you can get a bar on 2 strings, then a 3rd, then a 4th. You can work from the other side. We need this for our little F, so one of the first things I'll train people to do is get the top 2 strings with their bar. Again, not like this, but like that. So again, I'm using this part of my finger on the fret, creating my pressure down the neck. I'm actually pulling on the guitar a little bit, pulling into that fret. I like to think of a horseshoe here. I don't put my thumb right behind my finger, nor is it over here. It's over to so the 2 of them can torque onto the strings. I'm pressing back against the thumb, again using the thumb as a fulcrum here. When I show you, I often pull the fingers out of the way. Honestly, they're going to be sitting here in the air, so you can't even tell which finger is working. I can work on 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can work on the top end of the guitar or the bottom end. Lastly, for the beginner, I would want to get the first 2 strings played with this knuckle. Practice getting that. Not all 6, just 2 strings. Then you can check by bending the tip. Can I get the 6th, 2nd? Can I get the 6th, 2nd, and 1st string? If you can, when you add fingers, you've got your full chord. I have had students over the years tell me after about 3 or 4 years that they notice now finally they're strong enough for it. I didn't really realize that strength was an issue because I've played them for so long. I've just taken that for granted. But apparently it takes you some time to build up the actual grip strength you're going to need. While I'm on that, let me not sound like I'm suggesting that you get a grip strengthener. I don't think those are useful. I would never recommend them. For one thing, I would not want to be the person who recommended you to use something that damaged you. And I have heard of people injuring their wrists and their tendons by using them. Just use your guitar and normal life to strengthen your hand. Work on whatever scales you're working on. Work on your melodies. Just let your hand get better and better at playing guitar and pressing frets. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye for now.